I had questions about the church, and I always felt like awkward asking them because I felt like I should probably know them. Growing up in the church and all, I should have known them. So eventually, I was talking to a friend, and I was telling him about the questions I was having, and he eventually told me that I'm not a doubter for asking questions, that I'm a seeker. And that really hit me hard, and it gave me courage to ask God for a chance to find some answers. So I work construction, and I was at this house, and there's these two friends from church that I know of that know a lot about the church. And out of the whole day I was looking up, I looked up twice, and I looked up once, and I see them riding by, and then a couple hours later I see them riding by again. And I kind of wasted my opportunity to talk to him, and so that night I went home and I said another prayer. I said, God, please help me, that I can find some answers and that I can have a chance to talk to those people again. And so the next day I was at work, and I didn't really have a chance to look out the window at all. And eventually I was leaving the house, and I was locking up the house. There was a gate that I had to lock up, and it took me a little bit longer to close the lock. It was kind of confusing, so I took a little bit of time to close it, and then I got in my car, and I had a weird feeling that I needed to listen to a song. And so I listened to a little song, and it spent some time before I even started driving. And eventually, as I was leaving, I pulled out, and I see these two friends riding their bikes around this corner. If it weren't for that little feeling I had to listen to that song, or the time it took me to lock that lock, I would have missed them. Eventually I got the chance to talk to him, and I asked him a question about the church, and I asked him a lot more, I just asked him a little bit about the church and some of the questions I had, and they got to answer those questions. It was just cool to me because I was driving home, and I was like, holy cow, they just showed up at 9 p.m. After work. What are they doing out on their bikes right now? That was kind of crazy to me. And eventually I realized that's not crazy at all. That's all God. It was His hand, and it was good that they listened to their prompting to drive by right then. It's cool to me that God loves me as much as He does, and it's kind of cool to it's just crazy to me that He loves me so much and that I don't always see Him in my life. And after that experience, I kind of realized, man, why don't I love God as much as God loves me? He really does love me. Why am I not as passionate about that? And when I realized that time, when those people rode by on their bikes, holy cow, that was a crazy big answer to my prayer. How does that even happen? And I realized it was just because of God's love, and it makes me really happy that I have that in my life, that I am never alone, and I can always ask for help.